Okay, the second part of the adding and subtracting expressions, fractional expressions, we should say, is 7.4. Now we have two expressions that were fractional expressions that we're subtracting. So again, we always want to see if we can factor either one or both of them. So here we can. So we'll get m plus 3 and m plus 2 when we factor the first denominator. When we factor the second one, we'll get m plus 2 and m plus 1. Okay, now we have to look for a common denominator between these two. So the first thing we do is find out the different factors. So the one is m plus 3, m plus 2, and we have m plus 1. Okay, so again we look, what's the most m plus 3's we have? Well, that's 1. How about the m plus 2's? There's 1 in this one and 1 in this one, so the most in either one of them is 1. And the most m plus 1's, well, there's only 1 in this one, none in this one, so the most in either one of them is 1. So then our common denominator is 1 of each, all multiplied together. So then we have to take each denominator separately, divide it into the common denominator, and multiply by the numerator anything that's left. So we take the m plus 3 and the m plus 2 out of this, and we're left with m plus 1. We got m number of them, so m times the m plus 1. Now remember, this minus a subtraction can go right up here with the numerator. So when we look at the second denominator and we take m plus 2 and m plus 1 out, that leaves us with m plus 3, and we got negative 2 of them, so we have to multiply. So when we do the operations in the numerator, we get m times m squared, m times positive 1, m. Then we distribute the negative 2, negative 2m, and negative 6. These will combine, and we'll have m squared minus m minus 6. So that's two factors of negative 6. The difference is 1. So that would be m minus 3 and m plus 2. Okay, now we have that over our common denominator. So the m plus 2 cancels with the m plus 2. Nothing else will cancel. So we'll have for our numerator m minus 3, and we'll have m plus 1 and m plus 3 for our numerator. Our denominator. And the last one, they give you a whole bunch of these starting about module 20 on the last section of ALEKS. So I got two denominators here, x minus 7 and 7 minus x. Well, these are the same except they're in the reverse order. So we can change this by dividing each term here by a negative 1. So that's right here. Now we'll have x minus 7 and negative 1 x minus 7. You notice that this negative 1 goes up here. That would like be adding a negative 1. So a negative 1 divided by a negative 1 is 1 over our x minus 7. Now we have like denominators. All we have to do is add the numerators. So that would be x plus 1 over our common denominator, x minus 7. So we have one more instructional video to come. That will be 7.1. 0.6, and we'll do that probably on Tuesday.